I just wanna record. I just wanna record myself doing this. I'm just gonna chill and do it. I do have the speedrun timer up. Wait, did that option say beds work? Beds work. I sure hope they do. Okay, my FPS is at 8 FPS per 60 FPS now. How do I change this? My CPU says 19.3, 16%. My CPU is 16%, guys. Yup. Okay. Wait, I forgot to start the timer. Boom. Crazy. The timer says that what I see on screen is like not anywhere close to what it says on real life. And yeah, I'm doing this and I'm watching Oompaville, so yeah. I have two which one am I recording on? I have two OBS's open. Oh my goodness. I know I'm gonna say I don't really care. I just want to time it. This is like my first time wanting to be able to time it. I'm setting up a split screen. I have two monitors. I'm setting up a split screen right now. That's what I have to do. You guys gonna hear Oompaville talk about Mr. Beast. When does he not talk about Mr. Beast?
Even if they did give 3 and were generous, saying that contestants got the chicken and quinoa meal for all 3 meals to get the most calories possible, it's not even 1,000 calories a day. If Kira's calculations are correct, you know, our evidence that we have, which is half of the daily recommended calories for the average child. It's less than the average 3-year-old, to be honest, which that's absolutely bad. And one of the challenges of having so many people that I assume they will fix in the future. It's difficult to feed 2,000 people, I think. I don't actually know. It's been a while since I've had to feed 2,000 people. So the food was bad. Consistently, people said the food didn't have any flavor. Get that pep off there, man, come on!
That was boiled chicken with some rice or sometimes quinoa. Again, no seasoning at all. And then they had 2 little pieces of veggies, which were the most disgusting veggies that I've ever had in my entire life. They tasted stale.
Beside the food, there were many allegations and an implication of improper medical care on set. Allegedly, someone had a seizure as a result of exhaustion and dehydration, and that's only one instance of medical care being a primary concern.
As we're getting back on the field, I just see a bunch of people just gathering around each other and they start yelling for a medic, medic, medic. Turns out somebody had a seizure right then and there. I didn't talk to the individual myself. However, what I heard is that the individual had a seizure from exhaustion and dehydration.
Some folks said when they sought medical care, the teams were found to be disorganized, but also just unhelpful in general. Plus, no one was allegedly allowed to bring personal belongings, including medications, which that's f***ing.
If you ever want to know why I block ads with pie, this is why I block ads with pie.
I just found what may be the big...
Goodness gracious.
It's f***ing insane to me, so trying to access the medications you needed later on became one of the other Beast Game challenges. Oh my god, the insulin challenge. Genius! Oh my god! His feet look purple! Frankie, stop. Me a kiss. That's Petey, stop that. Now, I regret making the insulin joke because there were hospitalizations reported by contestants and individuals who went into diabetic shock on top of the seizure that was mentioned by Nick. One diabetic contestant was allegedly denied insulin for 2 days, and one woman had given Beast Games her heart medication, 5 days worth, and she was denied it the day, and when she finally got access to it, apparently 4 days worth of medication were missing, which if any of this is true, there needs to be consequences. Absolutely. There needs to be a proper investigation. There's no excuses for that. Beyond just the need of medication for some contestants, there were injuries. Any show like this, you know, people are just gonna fall. 1 in 2,000. Some people are gonna get cancer while they're there statistically. I don't actually know about that. They could, I'm not sure. But there were already issues of contestant injuries due to the way that production was set up off the bat. Injuries began before the first challenge ever even took place, when contestants were simply getting their team jerseys. There were injuries due to the mad rush of the throngs of people running to grab their jerseys. One woman was reportedly punched over her jersey, and another person was trampled underfoot. Rest in peace. They didn't die, I'm just kidding. Brett talks about the craziness of the jersey situation in his video, saying that with the hundreds of people fighting over jerseys,
hundreds of people were trying to grab our jerseys at the exact same time. It was like a bunch of pigeons trying to fight for the last piece of bread. It created a very ruthless and egocentric team later on. I'll talk about that in a minute.
Yeah, he could say it better than I could. The conditions of the Beast Games and the response of the actual contestants involved. Now, for the first time, we have words from the people involved that aren't massively NDA'd, massively non-disparaged. Maybe they are, I'm not exactly sure, but they've resulted in Brett, Nick, and Sam all mentioning how they trauma bonded with those around them.
By taking all these things that make you comfortable and create this environment where it's almost like a trauma bonding in a sense. So when you're doing these games and you see your friends get eliminated, it truly, literally hurts you.
And the way that it was run was reportedly so bad that even crew members, production staff, and venue management had their own issues as well, not even the contestants. I mean, reading this looks very bad. The consistent mentioning of the issues around the handling of people's medication, prescribed over the counter, whatever it is, that's fucking crazy. I don't understand how that is an issue. This part of this article I find very interesting as well. Allegiant Stadium worker Ray said she heard management express disinterest in future collaboration with Mr. Beast because of their disrespect. Just absolute disaster, said Ray, who worked on the cleanup following the filming's conclusion. The whole stadium is currently covered in sand. They were using spaces and props they were told not to, breaking items and leaving a mess to be cleaned, said Ray. Another fellow, Jack, said that he had been looking forward to working in the Mr. Beast production and was disappointed in how his team handled it. Donaldson, Mr. Beast, Jack said, seemed largely ignorant of the production struggles. That's interesting. He just didn't know. According to Jack, he was ignorant of the struggles of production. He was just walking around screaming about money. Oh my God! He really screams in that show. He's yelling, dude.
Now, a lot of you are probably wondering, is it even possible to drop 80 people at the same time? And the answer is yes. Drop the row.
Plus the hygiene of the show, there's some nasty shit, dude. I'm surprised we didn't have another 13th century bubonic plague outbreak, with the outbreak center being the Beast Games, Beast City, or whatever the fuck it's called. Some of these contestants was nasty. Similarly to medications, contestants could check clean underwear to Beast Games staff like it was some kind of luggage.
And then there was the clean underwear situation. Also, just like the medication, everybody was supposed to put, I think, 3 to 5 of their undergarments inside of a plastic bag with your name on it, and when you wanted fresh underwear, they would give you fresh underwear if you went to the desk and you checked in with them. But when you have 2,000 people, or at this point 1,600 people, it's still very hectic, and that's a lot of people to manage. So throughout our time there at Allegiant Stadium, we did not shower. They gave us some deodorant wipes and toothbrushes. So yeah, by the time you leave Allegiant Stadium, you stink.
And believe it or not, their underwear was mismanaged allegedly as well. Las Vegas News reported on that. I mean, overall, the situation is really interesting. I would like to know what Jimmy thinks about it, what Mr. Donaldson thinks about it, because the cat's out of the bag now. The show's up. People like it. People fucking hate it massively. Some people absolutely were mistreated. It's a very complicated and just kind of bad scenario all around. It's epic. You know, it's really cool that, you know, beside all the allegations and before all the lawsuits are settled, it's a really epic, big thing that a YouTuber has done. But my God, it's a little dystopian. My God, it's not a little, it's a lot of dystopian, fellas. Oh shit, what was that? All in all, it made me sad. I don't like watching people fight over money, and it really is a culmination of just all the evil that exists in the world in what's okay. It's how to be as evil as possible while still being okay. That's what YouTube is. That's what stealing people's attention and making content is just being evil and then hoping you can just get away with it. Just being bad. You should have your attention, not Mr. Beast, so, you know. I'm sorry. Yeah, anyways. Let me know what you guys think of the Beast Game situation down below. It's wild.
There are many ways to do it at Planet Fitness, but only one way to start. Come in. We're all strong on this planet. Planet Fitness. Free fitness training. Open 24 hours. Just $15 a month.
We're just getting started.
Your video before art list. Your video after art list.
YouTubers love releasing products that have nothing to do with them in any way. I wouldn't know anything about that. Once people get famous, they start making products. Generally, it is because they've got a money person in their ear saying, well, you need to diversify your sources of income, your portfolio. It's all about vertical integration. You need to seize the means of production, return it to the working class. They don't ever say that, actually, but they do make shitty products that they have nothing to do with. And that's what today's video is about. I know a lot about that. I have 2 shitty products that I have nothing to do with. I make candy, which it's not shitty, it's actually awesome. And also a game development company, which is awesome as well. So I don't have any shitty products, actually. I'm extremely proud of mine, but a lot of them, not all of them are shitty, but that's going to be for you to decide down below, and I'll give my thoughts as well. There are some on this list that are unbelievably shitty and others that are great, okay, to be honest. When you look at your walls, what do you see? I see nothing! It's time for an upgrade. Let me introduce you to today's sponsor, Displate, the ultimate way to make your space truly your own. With Displate's stunning and highly detailed metal posters that remain vibrant over time, you can forget about boring paper ones with their stupid creases. There are over 2 million Displates to choose from, including licensed designs from your favorite movies, shows, games like Star Wars, Marvel, Warhammer, many more Halo for me, all right, guys? They also have high-res photos and various abstract arts to choose from if you're into that. Displate has something for customers, old, new, their newest product. The Displate Textra makes your prints pop off the wall with 3D contours and tactile textures. Also, if you're worried about damaging your walls, there's a magnet mounting system that removes the risk of that and makes mounting incredibly easy. Plus, with the magnet mounting, you can just swap them out. These things make excellent gifts for friends, family, or just a treat yourself type moment. Displate is celebrating Black Friday with the biggest discount of the entire year with up to 40% off your first order. Also, the texture designs are discounted for the first time ever. They're really cool. Go to displate.com/Oompa or click my link in the description. The discount will be applied automatically if you use my link. Alternatively, you can use code Oompa to get the biggest discount of the year while this still lasts. So go to displate.com/Oompa, support the channel. Get some cool stuff. Get some gifts for your family. Why not? Send me the Displates that you choose on Twitter, and I will see them out, interact. I appreciate it, guys. And thank you to Displate for sponsoring this video. We'll start with Marquez Brownlee, who recently got into hot water in regard to his product, his shitty product that he decided to launch. He's a gadget YouTuber. He created a product called Panels that got him a bit of heat. Panels is just essentially like the apps that you used to download back in 2008 on your iPod Touch to get cool wallpapers, or for your iPhone, whatever. But Panels is not like those apps in that it's not a free app to get cool wallpapers. It's a subscription-based service app for $12 a month. That's not illegal or bad or evil in any way inherently, but the idea of paying a subscription fee for HD wallpapers is absurd, and it seemed absurd to a lot of people, and the free version was horribly optimized, and the wallpapers that came free were only available in low quality. On top of that, the privacy policy of the app got Marquez into a bit of hot water as well. Look at this. Data used to track you. The following data may be used to track you across apps and websites owned by other companies. No! Not you, Marquez! Hey! Stop it. We're talking about mouthpieces for the Chinese Communist government right now. The idea of it, the $12, 50% of it was...
My hand's not on the button to move while I'm moving. Can I sprint? Can I please sprint? My hand is not on the keyboard. Okay, let's go.
Supposed to go to the artist that made the wallpapers, and the other 50% was supposed to go to, I guess, directly to Marquez Brownlee's pocket, or to pay for development, probably. People quickly realized that this app...
Wait, why don't I see? 1.59, 0.8 frames per second. How do you do less than a frame per second?
Not everyone's life runs in straight lines. At Sophia, we get that. Our flexible, affordable, self-paced college-level courses help thousands of people just like you complete their degrees for only $99 a month.
This app was poorly made, though. Hackers were able to bypass the paywall and download all the HD wallpapers instantly. So it was a privacy nightmare, and it didn't have any security, so people could just log in, and the UI was terrible as well. It was just a really dumb idea for a product, to be honest. It's unfortunate because I do like Marquez Brownlee and I think he means well, but man, you know, this plus the driving really fast and filming a crime in a 35 mile per hour, you know, that's kind of dumb. Those are kind of dumb things. So this is a poop on this one. All right, this is two poops. What makes the poop rating even worse for Marquez is that people were quoting him for a tweet that he made back in 2016 that was golden rule number 1 of the internet. Never try to charge for something that was already free. And that is exactly what he did. He made a wallpaper app where you pay money to get wallpapers, and also made it bad. So people were gotching him, pointing out that he was doing the exact same thing, which he criticized, you know, a long ass time ago before many years. And to make matters yet again even worse, people found that the company wasn't even started from the ground up. It was just a repackaged app that someone had released in 2021, and they just slapped a new name on it, which that's actually really wild. He white labeled a wallpaper app. I mean, I get white labeling some stuff, you know, it makes sense. You're not gonna seize the means of production, but for a wallpaper app, you can do that. You can make an app. You can just make an app with like a little bit of time and some support, and then a couple artists. You could do this. You don't have to buy an existing app. So you get a lot of pushback, all right? And after realizing all the hate that Marquez was getting, he slowly realized that there was a lot that needed to be fixed, like a whole lot. So he addressed the controversy, the controversies around the app. Good job. Product building in public is getting mass feedback immediately, which is pretty dope. Almost exactly like publishing a YouTube video. Basically, he acknowledged a lot of the wrongdoing. They're gonna fix the excessive data disclosures, etc. as far as pricing. Bro, it's a wallpaper app. Relax. I feel like he did take the criticism like a champ. He does seem like a pretty intelligent, well-adjusted guy, from all that I can see. And he made an entire video about it after massively getting shit on. In the video, he states that there will be no more third-party ads and that the non-collections of wallpapers are now in 1080p with no ads as well. And if you want a full resolution version, sometimes 4K to 8K, you can get the full resolution after one ad. So it offsets the costs of the app and then still pays the artists. It's cool that criticism actually works sometimes when you're criticizing someone like Marquez Brownlee. Not everyone on this list gets criticized and then changes. Not everyone on this list does that. Not everyone on this list even acknowledges criticism at any point ever. Some of the people on this list aren't even people, and I can prove it. I've got all the documents, all the white papers. I got a list. So yeah, Marquez Brownlee, Definitely a respectful business owner and a valid part of the YouTube community, in my opinion. I like Marquez Brownlee a lot. D'Amelio popcorn snacks. These are called Be Happy snacks, and it's just popcorn. They have 3 flavors on their website: white cheddar, Himalayan pink salt, and cotton candy. Popcorn? Oh, that's 2 poops for me. Little justice. I'm kind of with it until they said cotton candy. That seems disgusting for a flavor of popcorn. Could be wrong though. Let me know down below. Is cotton candy popcorn any good, guys? The prices aren't the worst. It's not like movie theater price of popcorn, which is like a cent per kernel. It's $5 for 5 ounces, which I feel like is fairly reasonable for this cool packaging and stuff. It's $4 in a store. I don't know. I don't really know a lot about popcorn. It's not an awful price. The bags are pretty big. It seems cool, and it's got this happy family of extremely talented, famous people just plastered all over it. I love it when someone's kid gets famous and then they make their whole family famous. That's really cool, especially when parents are like really desperate for the spotlight. I love that, dude. I wish my parents actually cared about me. No, they do. They just don't give a f about anything that I do, which is good. I love that about them. So yeah, 5 ounces of popcorn for $5. I would rather just get a Doritos Nachos Cheese Tortilla Snack Chip Party Size 14.5 ounce bag for the same price and 3 times the weight with the same type of food. It's still corn. They're corn chips versus whatever the popped corn. What a scam popcorn is. I was really giving them a benefit of the doubt, by the way, in the beginning, because there are multiple other types of popcorn for sale, like Boom Chicka Pop. They sell a bag of 7-ounce popcorn for $3, and there's also this Valley Popcorn. It's a pound of popcorn for $4, dude. That's a feed sack of popcorn. And this is Charli D'Amelio. I'm not sure if she even was the one behind it, but she has 155 million followers on TikTok and gets like sometimes a lot of views. I'm not really sure exactly what's going on TikTok. I don't really know a lot about it. I can't imagine Be Happy Snacks is selling that well. Her channels aren't exactly doing very well, and they did a publicity stunt to try and promote the popcorn. She thought it'd be a great idea if she pretended to work at Walmart, you know, like poor people do. You know, guys, like poor people do. You know, like she doesn't, because she has 155 million followers. What a great idea for promoting your product. Let's LARP as normal people. Oh, yes! Let's LARP as normal people with real jobs who actually contribute meaningfully to society. Hey, buddy. 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 So on top of the backlash from that, there's also some pretty bad reviews, which it's not really that big of a deal. You can just change your recipe, I guess. Some people said that the cotton candy tastes like shitty chemicals. I have no proof of this. I just can imagine that cotton candy popcorn probably tastes like shit, but I could just be a jealous hater.
Help save lives. Donate plasma today. CSL Plasma. Do the amazing.
Chill. That feeling you get when you're on budget and on Cloud 9. Let Chill become your everyday state of mind. Tap to start your journey to a more chill financial reality. These are Ed Words of Wisdom by Edward Jones.
By the way. How about Ninja's Nutcase? Ever heard of that, guys? Ever wanted to drink Nutcase? That's a terrible name for a product. I'm just gonna say it. It's a type of milk or something. It's a substitute for your favorite milky treat. You don't want chocolate therapy Ben & Jerry's or a McFucking Flurry or a fucking red thing from Starbucks? Drink Nutcase. I'm sure it tastes exactly the same and or better, especially since it was masterminded by Tyler Ninja Blevins. It's got no dairy, no caffeine, no oils. It's just cashew milk, and by God, it's delicious. Co-founder Tyler Blevins said, "Right away, I love the look and the idea. As soon as I tried it, I was hooked. I have a massive sweet tooth, and Nutcase satisfies my sweet fix in seconds. Super pumped to be a co-founder." Wait, you're telling me he's not making it? You're telling me he's not beating the shit out of cashews to get this juice? He actually does really like this stuff a lot. I think there's more videos of him drinking nut milk than there are of me eating Sour Boys, unfortunately. It doesn't seem that bad. He doesn't seem super involved. He's a marketing partner, I guess, a co-founder of Nutcase. I've never heard of it. I don't know what the f it is. It's $39 for a 12-pack, which is $3 a can, so it's even, I mean, it's not horribly expensive, I guess. It's not, I would rather drink Dr. Pepper, to be honest, to satisfy my sweet tooth. I don't want to drink nut. So now we're on to one that's a little bit more interesting, and that sounds delicious, and I've never tried it. It is Airac's Peacify sauce. If you don't know who Airac is, He is sort of like Mr. Beast, but with way less controversy. Still some controversy, but less. Eric came out with Pizzafy, which is a sauce that they claim it will turn anything into pizza. It's $12 a bottle. It doesn't have that many ingredients. It looks great. The packaging is awesome. They have this really interesting Pizzafy snack box, which has other snacks in it with the sauce, which I think the sauce in this image is just Photoshop. I think all this stuff's just Photoshopped. Yep, that's all Photoshopped in there. That's pretty cool. There's a mystery item? I've got to purchase! They've also got Pizzafy Dippables. I'm not sure. This thing seemed like it was really popular, and I just don't know. This seemed like a pretty interesting product, but I just don't think it worked out. It seems to have died already. They haven't posted since February of 2023, and that's kind of not good. Turn every party into a pizza party? No. What? I'm not 11, all right? I didn't just win a baseball game. In fact, I never won any baseball games. I was terrible. So yeah, it seems all right. However, as of researching this doc, all of the Pizzafy products except for the clothing are out of stock. So they say that more is coming soon. I don't know. It doesn't seem like it though. It seems like that's it. It seems like it's over for Pizzafy. This next one isn't even a product. It's just an entire line of products. The toy lines from Ryan's Toy Review are so incredible. This guy's made, he's a child. He's like 9 years old. He's made so much money, dude. So much money, dude. Ryan's Toy Reviews, just in general, at one point was the most profitable YouTube channel in the world, garnering around $16 million a year, which is a lot of money. His channel exploded during the Elsagate controversy when giant mystery eggs were super popular, and Ryan's family tapped into that trend massively. Their most popular videos are from 8 years ago, and most have over 1 billion views, with the most popular having 2 billion views. Every child in the world, basically. I think that would be, right? If there's, say, 7.5 billion people, what percentage of those people are under the age of 10? Probably less than 2 billion. So how's that possible? Every child in the world is watching this? This massive online success and fame led to Ryan's family creating a massive toy line. I like to imagine it was just him. He's like, we need to diversify my portfolios, and we need to make more toys, and we need to get them into major retailers, and we can sign all sorts of different contracts, and we can use our platforms to leverage marketing. There will be nothing like this ever again. Most of the toys are just gambling for children. They're mystery eggs with slight variants, which I guess that makes sense because their most popular videos are of mystery eggs. In a small egg, you can get putty, a sticker, a tattoo, maybe 2 action figures from the Ryan's Toy Review cinematic universe. In the biggest egg, you can get a pullback car, a parachute Ryan, more putty, a squishy toy, a red Titan mask, which is from his persona, his alter ego, where he's a vigilante as well, apparently. This kid does everything. He's literally Boss Baby, but also a vigilante, fighting criminals. And you can get a bunch of different variants of action figures from the RTRCU as well. The prices of these gambling eggs range from $9.99 to $60. It seems like a massive scam, I'm going to be honest. Probably a lot of lead on it. A lot of the stuff looks like it's straight from China. Other products from Ryan's Toy Reviews, the child conglomerate magnate genius, include a road trip board game which teaches children US geography, and a Candyland style game that costs $20. There's a magic kit that comes with a bunch of basic magic tricks, stickers, and a coloring book that costs $50, or you could buy a Ryan themed art kit for $50 as well. This is genius. These toys tapped into a perfect market and offered colorful action figures to large-eyed babies. They're massively successful. It's genius. And then you combine that with a show on Nickelodeon. These bitches are selling extremely fast. Hell, I got some. Just kidding, I don't. It'd be funny though if I just had a bunch of toys made by a child behind me. That'd be so weird. So yeah, genius. What a great way to sell toys, I guess. Today, most of Ryan's channels are fairly dead because he's no longer a child and he made out like a bandit. You gotta wonder what it's like to be him. Like, jokes aside, your parents start this YouTube channel and they're just like, all right, now you're famous, and now you're the most famous person in the world, baby, buddy, and you're just a little child. You're just a little baby. Now he's 13 years old. God, that has to be weird. He must have a crazy ego. He's like, I'm Ryan's Toy Review, don't you? And he's wearing like a little pinstripe suit, and and the pinstripes are just the word fuck repeated over and over.
Shit. Lunch break. Second lunch break. Church's Real Deals. Get 2 classic chicken sandwiches starting at $4. We got you. Church's.
I just thought it'd be funny to have like a really mature businessman toy reviewer. I don't know. It's a funny thought. Aging in general for Ryan has to have completely altered how he is perceived by his peers. He was a magnate, a legend in the world of toy reviews. Next up is Mina Snacks, a personal favorite of the channel. Pokimane, a massive Twitch streamer, YouTuber, whatever. I'm not sure exactly what Pokimane's been up to. She made these snacks. Well, actually, she was approached by a some kind of exec from a food company, and they're like, "Hey, I've got this idea. These creator products are all the rage right now. It's the creator economy. Let's push your face. Let's get you to promote this, and we'll just take something that already exists and we'll just repackage it. We'll add a frog hair's worth of vitamin D, and then, any publicity is good publicity. They're just cookies. It's pretty cool. I don't know. I've tried them. I bought them. They were all right. Not only do they have chocolate cookie flavors now, they have a pizza flavor, a little collab with Arak, I think. Just kidding. His shit failed. This is interesting. Lemon yuzu, Rice Krispie Crunch, Blueberry Bliss, and then Midnight Minis. Batch 2 bag. Is this marketing they're trying to do? Is this like tester bags they're trying to market as if it's a full they're just trying to make excuses for not having full runs of things? This is very interesting from a production perspective. Department of Freshness small batch. It's kind of smart. They've sold some. We took a picture a couple days ago and it was almost halfway done, and then they sold some, I guess. We make feel-good snacks with nothing fake, just real ingredients that taste great. I love them so much. Wow. I love how they're a good source of vitamin D. That's my favorite part. Let's see. Good source of vitamin D. 3 micrograms of vitamin D in 7 cookies. And it says good source of vitamin D on the front. Hey guys, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that that's not a good source of vitamin D. That shouldn't be on the packaging. That's just stupid. Why would you do that? You're trying to mislead people. Everything else though, it's good. It's just, they're just little simple cookies. But yeah, Mina cookies still around. I think that's awesome. That's pretty cool. I'm glad that they're still cooking. I enjoyed them when I tasted them. I just don't like it when people lie on their packaging or they try to mislead. It's not lying, I guess, but it is misleading. It's objectively misleading, right? You're saying it's a good source of vitamin D and it has 3 micrograms. Good source in relative to what? Relative to what? What? Relative to what? Anything that has vitamin D in it, like dirt, relative to going out in the sun for 5 minutes? No, it's not good relative to actually exposing yourself to the sun. So don't. It's just weird. Now this one you've definitely heard of. It's called Lunchly. It was released by Mr. Beast, KSI, and Logan Paul, my 3 favorite YouTubers of all time. It's a collaboration, a pre-packaged meal. Amazing. They were going to disrupt the market by offering a healthier alternative to traditional brands like Lunchables, which are also full of lead, if you didn't know. It was launched back in September, and there was 3 different meals: the pizza, turkey stack'ems, and Fiesta Nachos, and not to mention Prime, which is another product, and Feastables, which is another product. It integrated the trio's existing brands into a single product, and by God, there's been so much controversy. It is a healthy alternative for sure, but at the same time, it's nonsense. It's not actually healthy in any way. And the marketing, especially from the Logan Paul perspective, saying that it's better than Lunchables because Lunchables has lead in it. And the fact that Lunchly also has lead in it, it's just misleading and dumb, and yet another example of super out-of-touch YouTubers coming together to make some shit. There was so much controversy when it first came out too. Dan TDM accused the creators of prioritizing profit over consumer well-being, which is totally true. He talked about them selling crap to kids who didn't know any better than to trust the people who are selling it to them, and then KSI reacted very poorly to that because his ego is so frail and his skin is so thin, and then he realized that he was acting like a fool, and then he started playing into the joke, and he was like, obviously I'm just gonna keep going now because it's too late. I'm just gonna act like I'm playing with people. I don't know, dude. Then came the mold backlash. YouTuber Rosanna Pansino shared her experience of discovering moldy cheese in a Lunchly pizza kit in spite of it being well within the expiration date, and then the FDA had to review multiple complaints in regard to the product safety. But there was a bunch of headlines that there was a recall. There was not a recall. Things can get mold on them. I mean, that just happens. Things need to be recalled occasionally. The manufacturing process is not perfect and it never will be, but in order for retailers to buy anything and have anything in stores, there are a lot of stringent hoops that have to be jumped through. So Lunchly is definitely not going to kill anybody any more than a Lunchables would. It has nothing to do also with Mr. Beast or Logan Paul or KSI. But the marketing from Logan Paul saying that Lunchables has lead and Lunchly doesn't is stupid as f***, and I stand by that, absolutely. With all the criticism, Mr. Beast addressed some stuff, and Logan Paul and KSI largely defended the product and attributed negative reception to personal biases against them, which is classic, dude. It's just haters. It's just haters. Now possibly the weirdest one on this whole list. Jeffree Star's Yak Ranch. Jeffree Star is a very popular YouTuber who sells yak meat. And if you somehow don't know who Jeffree Star is, he's a very controversial character and apparently a very bad person. I'm not exactly sure. But if you read this novel of text on Reddit talking about all of his controversies and horrible things he's done, you might also think that he's a horrible person. This person right here, this Californian mansion dweller, is in the yak meat business. From an outside perspective, that seems crazy. I'm not trying to judge. All right, anybody can be in the yak meat business, apparently. Seems like it. Seems like it's... I mean, it's a unique business idea, okay? I wouldn't expect someone like Jeffree Star, who lives in a house like this, to be dominating the yak meat market. I didn't even know the yak meat market was a damn thing! I didn't know yak were real! Just kidding, I did know yak were real. Anyways, Jeffree Star owns a shitload of land and a ton of yaks. Apparently this started with him owning his 70 acres in Casper, Wyoming, but eventually that grew to 600 acres and he has a bunch of yaks on that bitch now. He's raising them, fattening them up, and then butchering them and selling all sorts of different yak products. He's got a
Made with simple ingredients that are certified organic, vegan, and gluten-free. Macro bars make every season both nutritious and delicious. Discover the world of Go Macro and spread the joy of macro bars this holiday season.
Check out the newest strength equipment at Planet Fitness.
We're trying new machines in the new year.
Love that new equipment smell.
So, you in?
Save $28 or more when you join for just $1 down, $15 a month. Cancel anytime. Deal ends January 10th.
A $20 million mansion in California as well, so the guy has a lot of money. He's pretty much set. The makeup industry is big, and second to that is the yak industry, it seems. Doesn't seem like there's a ton of competition in the online available yak meat market, but he's selling yak meat with a decent amount of flavors at 4 ounces for $20 a bag. That seems pretty steep for just jerky, but if you compare that to other prices of yak meat, it's affordable. This guy's dominating the yak market, non-ironically. A lot of the flavors are sold out. It's a pretty competitive brand. I have some respect for this. It's very unique and cool, I guess. I don't know. It's pretty cool. This guy's a controversial character. I don't know enough about him to say whether or not he's good or bad. Maybe I should interview him in my house. I can tell you one thing, though. He is a genuinely insane businessman. There's no arguing with that. YouTubers have not been around for quite as long as celebs. Celebs have been around for a long time, and celebs have been making products for way longer than YouTubers have even been around. Walton Goggins, the face of Fallout, the television show, released Walton Goggins goggle glasses, and that's not a joke. And the ads are amazing, and I love Walton Goggins, and I bought 2 pairs. One for myself, one for my father. I'm not joking either. That's not a joke. That's not some kind of, like, it's the sun's very bright in Texas, and ski goggles work perfectly. You gotta protect your eyes, your eyebrows, your ears, etc. You don't want to get sun damage, all right? Thank you, Walton Goggins. So what exactly did Walton Goggins innovate on in regard to the proven glasses formula?